After Wallace and Gromit established that the Earth-Moon was predominantly cheese-based, all that was left for the scientific community to establish was the identity of the man on the moon. By the year 2020, or 2020, funding was found, and the project manager, Aaron Brummit, has chosen, as usual, someone who knew sod all about science. Me. First thing we had to decide upon was the mission robot. As HAL, he of 2001 Space Odyssey fame, was otherwise decommissioned, Aaron called upon his colleague, Asimo. If you're not familiar with Asimo, he is the robot that Aaron Brummit created in his garage. Some fail to believe Asimo was not created by God, but trust me, no God is good enough to create such a complex and sensitive unit. In fact, just as the universe is more complex than God, as portrayed in the Bible, so is the case here. The creation, Asimo, is about 14 billion times more complex than the Creator. Taking off was not a problem. Aaron Brummit has come a long way and is now an expert on Christian technology. We managed to avoid clashing into God by applying the old maxim, be careful what you pray for, and we were on our way to the moon. Of course, using biblical technology meant our journey was going to take a long time and many donkeys. It made sense one of our crew should be cryogenically frozen, so by the time we got to the moon, one of us will be young enough to interrogate the men thereon. Asimo, the flight robot, was happy to freeze his creator and winked at me. I put my trust in the robot to follow the 3 laws of robotics, as coded by the great science fiction creator Isaac Asimov. 1. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. 2. A robot must obey orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. 3. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second law. I reread the laws and prepared myself for the long journey to the moon. I looked out the window and couldn't help but admiring God. If you never had the opportunity to see the flat Earth from space, you don't know the meaning of a miracle. There is, however, a limit as to how long you can stare at a flat planet, or any other level plane for that matter. And so I started seeing a conspiracy. I could see the flight robot plotting my death. However good the legal system, I reasoned, there is always a way around it. Pretty soon it was him or me. I didn't know how to drive a spaceship, let alone direct a donkey. I'm not proficient particularly in either a stick or a carrot, but I didn't trust neither the sleeping Brummit nor his sweet-talking creation of a robot. "Can you please stop life support for Mr. Brummit?" I demanded politely. "Sorry," said Asimo, "Mr. Brummit is a human being. If I obey the second law of robotics, I break the first law, which takes precedent over the second. No can do, sorry." If I do the life support, stopping myself, Asimo looked at me with disdain and said, "I'll have to stop you, the first law again. Please understand, it's not you, it's me and my moral code." "Then I'll have to kill you." I was getting frustrated with the legal system. "Sorry," said Asimo, "I wouldn't mind dying, as I don't particularly have any feelings of any kind, but third law." "Can you please keep the noise down?" Aaron Brummit realized that he wasn't safe and he came out of the freezer. He wasn't pleased. I tried to explain, but he just laid down the law. "Since I can't trust neither of you, from this moment on, there's a new constitution in place. It's called the 3 laws of creation. 1. A creation may not injure a creator or, through inaction, allow a creator to come to harm. A creation, that's 2, must obey orders given to it by a creator, except where such orders are in conflict with the first law. 3. A creation must protect its own existence as long as such a protection does not conflict with the first or second law. Or, in layman terms, any creator can sell, eat, fuck, or squash any creation, and the law is on his side. With that, Aaron Brummit went back to the freezer, safe in the knowledge that Asimo would do him no harm and that the universe would do God no harm. Unfortunately, When I looked outside the spaceship, the flat Earth, the donkey, and the universe were gone. I did, however, get the last thought that crossed the universal mind. I wish I had 20/20 hindsight vision. It was a mistake to create God.